Exhilaration.
Nervousness.
Euphoria.
Helplessness.
Anger.
Exhilaration.
Fear.
Exhilaration.
Anger.
Fear.
Exhilaration.
Excitement.
Content.
Anger.
Excitement.
Content.
Helplessness.
Anger.
Exhilaration.
Fear.
Euphoria.
Excitement.
Content.
Euphoria.
Anger.
What kind of issues do you think young people in local communities are experiencing?
Hard to say. Really a massive variety of things, so it's kind of pretty difficult to pin it down. Albany's, it's pretty average, in a way. So I think the issues that people are facing are really the issues that people face everywhere. Kind of a lot of people facing depression or self-esteem issues or drug problems with their families. So it's kind of really difficult to pin it down to anything even mildly specific.
I probably don't have too much of an idea because I'm not in touch with enough young people, but I think they're probably faced with traditional issues of difficulty in finding direction in their lives and feeling hopelessness because of that. Some do, some don't. Some seem to find a course in their life and get on with it regardless. Whether that's any different now than it was when I was young, I couldn't say.
You know, people get stressed about like schoolwork and stuff, the alcohol problems and stuff. That's, you know, there's a lot of underage drinking and a lot of all that kind of jazz.
What are your thoughts around young people and self-harm?
Oh, I'll come with the big ones first. Young people and self-harm.
Well, I think it's really sad that, you know, any person gets to that extent where they want to do self-harm.
It's dreadful that a young person would feel that they'd need to harm themselves.
I think it's really silly. They got so much to live for. Why do they want to hurt themselves?
But it's not new. I think young people have always harmed themselves in some way.
I would like to see a lot of intervention before people got to that point, and a lot more support probably for people in that situation.
Afraid to ask, afraid to ask, afraid for the wrong response.
Do you think depression and anxiety or drug and alcohol are current issues in our local community?
I think drug and alcohol is certainly an issue. Yeah, depression and anxiety I think are common and aren't things that change. So people suffer from those, you know, regardless.
Is it an issue? It's a massive issue. I myself am also an addict. So these are funny questions to be asking a guy on a Sunday morning at a market. But I love them. What was the question again? Yes, they are, and they always will be. We will never overcome these problems. What we can do is have little wins here and there. We can help somebody. We can help Tom. We can help Jane. But collectively, that's the way it is to be human.
I guess from what I've seen around that perhaps alcohol could be a bit of a problem, and maybe the options available in Albany could perhaps facilitate street drinking and some other forms because youth don't have as many outlets. So because I'm a teacher and I work with kids, I see that students have a lot of pressures on them. So definitely depression is something that not always the signs aren't always manifested, and it could be a bit of an issue, particularly in how they deal with it and how they reach out to other people. So absolutely.
Drugs and alcohol are current issues. I know people that my age that drink and do drugs, but I haven't met anyone who has confided in me that they're depressed. So I wouldn't say that's as serious, but could be. I just don't know anyone that is depressed.
Afraid of disappointment. Too afraid to live.
What would you say to someone who you suspect is experiencing depression or anxiety?
I would tell them to go to the school psychiatrist.
Well, the first thing I do is make fun of them.
Get them interested in something, give them a way out of their thinking pattern, of the thoughts, of the processes, whether physical or mental, that they get into. Get them to help, so talking to other people, counsellors, hack again.
Because it can really develop into serious issues like suicide and...
Too afraid to die, too afraid to ask a simple
kind of things do you think young people should do to stay mentally healthy?
I think that keeping your mind active, reading books,
Trying not to take things too seriously.
being with friends, being social, and just being around people.
Go surfing, run, exercise.
They should join a community, and there's lots out there, sports or acting or chess.
Eat healthy. Eat locally grown organic food.
And talking, not hiding behind anything, but just being really honest about how they're feeling and just talking things through.
Too afraid to ask a simple